All right, we're here at StrongFit HQ. I'm talking with Andi from where again?
I'm from Munich, Germany.
Okay. And Andi, you've been here now for 5 days? Is this
Yeah,
5 days?
it's my 4th day today.
Okay.
Came here for the assessment seminar last weekend.
What were you like trying to get out of the assessment seminar?
The assessment, just more like to understand. Doing assessments, you just can get better by doing assessments. And
I think that's like the best way. You just have to go and go and go and go.
Yes,
and go.
just do it, and just to learn more about it, watch Rich doing assessments, and just getting deeper into that rabbit hole will help me getting better at my own assessments.
Yeah.
So that was the main reason I came here.
Now you had a bit of an interesting experience here this time, from a feeling while being assessed sensation that you maybe hadn't had before. What were you guys trying to do as far as your assessment goes this week?
So we're talking about a little bit about the emotional mapping or the emotional side behind an assessment, and then the coach told me, all right, let's go downstairs, let's test something. So he wanted me to find my hammies.
Well, they're right there.
Yeah, but there's a difference between, when you're in high school and you go walk up to a girl and you're like, do you like me or do you like me?
That was the difference.
Wait, that is not how the thing went. Okay, so
You're fine.
I'm breaking everything.
You're fine for now.
All right, so that's not how it went. First of all, you showed up with all your research about Chinese acupuncture and the body and stuff like that, which is pretty awesome, right? So explain that one first.
Okay, when it comes to the emotional mapping, I was looking at emotions and how we can trigger emotions with movement. And the way I did it, I was looking at Chinese medicine because they link it to organs and muscles. And then I was looking at acupuncture. They trigger muscles and organs as well. And I was trying to get like the triangle
emotions,
connection.
right? Yeah.
Yes, and emotions, to get the triangle connection.
So you show up with that.
Yes.
Right, trying to get answers out of that one. From there, we start to establish certain muscle with certain emotions.
Correct.
Right. And then the StrongFit system based on that, which I explained for 20 minutes. Right.
Exactly.
And then we tested it. Right. I need to give background because he's missing the good part.
Now, I've heard the story as far as the test goes, but you weren't given like 1,000 different ways to find your hamstrings.
No.
You were given
one way.
one.
Yeah, usually, like, I thought when I feel my hammies, like, we went down and I had to feel them, and I was like, all right, I got my hammies, and coach looked at me like, no, you don't feel your hammies. It's like, yes, I feel them. When I move, I feel them.
No, I'll take care of that later. It'll be all right for now. It's a converter issue.
I broke everything. Yeah.
It's all good. So you were given one tool to find your hamstrings. You thought you found them initially. You just kind of got warm, I suppose.
Yeah, that's what the sensation came. It's a difference between feeling and feeling.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I feel my hammies. And coach was like, no, you don't. Find your hammies. It's like, I got them. And she's like, no, you don't. Find your hammies. Find your fucking hammies. So I was playing around, getting really frustrated. I couldn't find it, didn't know what to do. And he told me, all right, you were a soccer player, right? In how many ways did you kick a soccer ball? I don't know, a lot.
Yeah.
All right, do that with your hammies. So it took me like 50 minutes playing around.
Of just hamstrings.
Just hamstrings, just moving forward with my knees, with my hip, pressure on the big toe, on the little toe.
Same exercise?
Same exercise.
Yeah, just on one exercise. Yeah. And then I was finally starting getting somewhere. And Rich was doing watching me, then he did a workout next to it, and he always said, oh, that looks better. Nope, you didn't get it. And I get really mad at myself. I'm getting super frustrated. And then finally I found them after like an hour. The feeling when you really got it, I was like, I got super angry and I was just looking at a wall like with an empty face and not doing anything.
Yeah, just completely off, yeah.
But the good thing was I found them, but I didn't feel anything else anymore.
Yeah. There was no like reinforcement of that at all. You found them, and then I suppose had you left at that point in time, it would have just been like, well, there's my hamstrings.
Yeah, no, I got
whatever. Yeah.
So
Takes me 45 minutes tomorrow.
I'm back here. Hello. Yeah. So basically, went into full freeze mode.
Okay.
He's literally here, looking at the fridge, going German.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like he went full German, and so he's in freeze mode, basically not feeling anything anymore. The funny thing about this, I need to put the context, is there was an entire testing being done. There were two phases, which I explained to him for 20 minutes, which he was nodding about, which was we're going to do skill to find your hammies. Once we have that, you're going to have a reward system toward the parasympathetic side, and in that case, it will be therefore saturated fats. Go ahead, Andy.
All right. So I'm sitting there looking at the fridge, and coach goes like, all right, here's some cream, chug it. Chug cream, chug it. All right. So I was drinking the cream, and I'm sitting there for another 5 minutes, and I feel really happy. And I turn around to coach and go like, coach, I don't know what you were testing, but you got me happy.
Which, if you've seen the movie Zoolander, kind of is like that.
I was
scene.
about to say, you know what that scene when he says, so what? Why male models?
He's like, but we just
I
went over
just
that.
fucking explained to you for 10 minutes. I was like, so he looks at me literally going like, I don't know what I was, but I feel really happy. And he's all like smiling and everything. I'm like, I explained to you for 20 minutes, you were nodding.
And
then he goes, looks at me and goes, oh, I get it. And now you want in.
I also think that's important, though, not to downplay the actual power of finding something in that way where you are forced to just do it. You know what I mean? There wasn't a bunch of hand holding in which they basically did it for you.
No, there was no hand holding, and it was the first time I really felt the intensity. If I would have done it at home, I would be, all right, I feel my hammies. All right, now get some cream. All right, I put a little bit cream in my coffee, and that's it. And now I was like really 50 minutes just working on my hammies until I really felt them, and then chugging a whole cream. That was like, all right, that's the intensity. Now I feel something.
Yeah.
The best part was the next day. We did the assessment workshop, and I had to assess a guy, and he had the same trouble not finding his hammies. So I was like, I experienced it a couple of days ago.
Boy, do I got a trick for you. I'm just going to yell at you for 45 minutes while you try to work on your hamstrings, and then I'm going to give you some cream when you're done, right?
Do not steal my tricks.
All right.
So I was giving him some exercises to find his hammies, and same conversation. Do you feel your hammies? And he's like, yeah. So assessment is kind of over, and Rich walks up to me and he goes, no, he didn't feel his hammies. How did you look a couple of days ago? And it's like, all right. Same stuff happens. I pushed him a little bit harder. I cranked up the intensity. I pushed him harder and harder and harder, and then there was this moment he really turned white. And he was like, oh shit, I found my hammies. Oh fuck. And he was just white and staring at me. Like, I remember that look.
I know what that look feels like. Yeah.
That was my look a couple of days ago. So yeah, that was.
So that actually turns into a.
Wait. Did you give him heavy cream?
Yes.
Okay. Then what happened?
Actually, we gave him a couple of euros. Okay, go to the supermarket, get some heavy cream. And no, he didn't get heavy cream. He spooned coconut oil.
But that's still saturated.
Yeah.
Okay.
He spooned coconut oil. 10 minutes later, he was like, "Ooh, thanks, dude. I feel so good, but that was crazy. Thank you."
So I think it's important, though, not to downplay the. I mean, Julien's busting balls a little bit with the whole like, but we just went over what we were testing thing. But the funny thing is like seems to be that's kind of pretty common when you find something like that after working a skill like that for a long time, and then it becomes a pretty intense experience, and then you're just.
No, but that was a learning experience for me because, and it should be for everybody in the sense of it's about intensity. When I say, it's on me too. When I say find your hammies, the problem is I didn't explain that. Like Andy, I had no clue. He's like, yeah, I did. I feel them. And I'm like, did you cramp? No, but then you didn't find them now, did you? But that's because I don't explain. To me, it's normal. It's like finding your hammies. That means everything cramps, and 2 hours later, your ass is still cramping.
Yeah.
But to most people, it's like, I can feel it. I'm like, so that's on me for not explaining the context and explaining clearly what I mean by find your fucking hammies. Yeah. Now he knows. So that means that's on me for not explaining that.
Yeah.
Like that's it. It's not calling people out. It's explaining what intensity is.
Yeah.
And I think I've slacked way too much on that, where it's like, that's not good enough.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing a lot with the mentoring program. It's like, that's not good enough. I want better. I don't want you to find your hammies like, no. I want you to fucking find your hammies. Like from the bottom all the way to your ass and your mind explodes, you find your hammies. But short of that, it's not that. So I think that's the problem that I saw also in the mentoring program is we don't explain intensity and what it is enough.
Yeah.
Like I want more.
And it's not
better. Let me rephrase. I want better.
It's not like explaining intensity. You have to feel it.
Yes.
Same with the theory. I did understand the theory. I knew what we were testing, but I was so surprised after I felt like the theory, what it feels like.
And the thing is too, is after you had actually felt that, the next assessment you rolled into with the same problem, like how much more effective are you at teaching that that second time than you would have been if you're just walking up to a person doing what you thought you had to do?
It was so much easier. Just the learning curve from having that experience and doing that assessment was like, I don't know how many steps I took.
Yeah, yeah. So feel is everything.
So how are you gonna go home and explain it now?
When I go home, and my coach is gonna, we have a meeting tomorrow where all my coaches are sitting, and they're gonna ask me, what did you learn over the couple of days you were at StrongFit? And that's such a hard question to answer, because I feel like when I go home, I'm back in the 1920s and I have to explain the fucking internet.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you have a laptop. What is a laptop? Electricity. What is electricity? I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
Because if I come in like, hey, I found my hammies, they're like, yeah.
Like I said in the beginning, they're right there.
They're here. So that's going to be the biggest challenge, just to take it step by step by step. I need a couple of days to process everything, the whole experience, and then the whole weekend. And then going back, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. I will find a way. Yeah. With the assessments, I go home and start educating my coaches, but it's gonna be. They will feel it. They have to feel it.
That's the thing too. Don't teach it to someone. Just make them feel it.
Yeah. And that's really the difference between feeling and feeling. It's like in high school when you walk up to a girl like, "Do you like me or do you like me?" Right now, go and feel your hammies.
Yes. Awesome. Well, I think that's got us all wrapped up here. Sounds like a pretty awesome, pretty wild experience.
Great experience.
And Julien seems to be a little warmed up to you now, as opposed to probably when he was barking at you for your hamstring. So we all got out the other side. So awesome, Andy. Thanks a bunch for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you soon.
See you soon.